How's it going, guys? This video is going to demonstrate how to set up your hosting server to send email to your Gmail client. Instead of using mail forwarding, we're going to use the POP protocol in order to retrieve email from your hosting server. This will allow you to read and reply to email from your Gmail client, which is very accessible and user friendly. So let's begin. The first thing we're going to do is make sure our DNS records are set up correctly. Your MX record has to be set up correctly so that you can retrieve email from your server. And to do that, you have to go to your hosting provider, and there's tons of DNS tutorials online and guides. First, you'll begin there. And once you have your DNS record set up correctly, you'll go ahead and move into reading email from your Gmail client, which is going to be retrieved with the POP protocol from your cPanel server. That's another point to make, is that this tutorial uses cPanel. It's based around cPanel's user friendliness and ease of use to create DNS records. And what I mean by that is that one of the key aspects to this is in your cPanel dashboard, you want to go ahead and click on email deliverability. And this is where you'll be able to make sure that your email are deliverables. And for example, the domain that I'm using is valid at this point, has a valid status. However, if problems exist with your DMARC, DKIM, or SPF records, these are DNS records which enable spam filtering and authentication for your email server. You'll want to make sure that those are set up correctly. And one of the beautiful things about cPanel is that it allows you to set these records up automatically by, for example, here you click repair and then your status will go to valid after you fix any issues that you might have. However, these, like, I created these automatically, and what this does is that it inputs your records. Once you input those, once you repair them, you'll be able to continue the process. Now, you want to set up an email account for in your cPanel. You can do that as well. If you go on your dashboard and you go to your email accounts and you click create, you'll be able to set up your account. I already have one set up, so we won't be going through that. It's quite simple. All you really have to do is click create and then choose the correct domain. Your username is, your email. And you can see here that you're going to be receiving emails in your domain. And then you'll set up a strong password. After you do that, you click create, and then your email gets created. Now, if you go back to cPanel and we go to email accounts, we will click on manage for your email. And actually, not manage, go back and go to check email. And this screen will have the option to configure your mail client. And this is what we're going to be doing now. So you see this information here. This is what we're going to need. And in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and since we want to retrieve emails from our Gmail client, we'll go ahead and do that now. The first thing you want to do is click on the settings icon here on the top right of the screen and go to see all settings. And now you'll be able to navigate to the accounts and import tab. And oh, I had already set this up. I forgot to delete it. Let me delete it. And let me go ahead now and set it up again so that we can send mail as, and we can also check mail from other accounts. Now, when doing this, go ahead and do the add a mail to set to check mail from, because it's going to give you the option to start the other process as well. So the first thing you'll want to do is enter your email address. I already I had it here, but you can copy real quick from your dashboard if you need to. Next, now I don't know what Gmailify is for this. We're going to be using POP3 since this is what our hosting provider offers. Now, the username is the same as your email in most scenarios. However, you'll get that from over here, where you can go ahead and set that up as your username. Your password is going to be the one that you had set up while you created the account. And then the POP server will be here. And since we are using POP, we're going to mark the port that we're going to be retrieving, that we're going to be using. It says it right here in your cPanel dashboard. Now, the following settings are interesting and necessary. SSL, you always want to do this unless you're like testing something. However, actually, it's highly recommended to use SSL. I mean, you should always use SSL. Leave a copy of retrieved message on the server. Now, this is important because you'll want to leave a copy of your message on the server. Sometimes it's important for your records. Otherwise, whenever you go to check your email on your cPanel, let's say that for some reason you don't have access to your Gmail client, and you click on check email, then all your stuff will be deleted from here, and it will prevent you from accessing your email in your web host, in your web host server, because it'll delete them. So leave a copy of retrieved messages on the server, and then you will want to label your messages for the sake of organization. And then now go to add account, and then you'll see your email account has been added, and it'll ask you if you want to be able to send an email from this account in your Gmail client as well. If you want to do that, then click yes. If not, then do so. Now for this, also place the name which you will be sending email as. Now these settings are quite familiar right now, so they're the same ones that are here. Or I don't really mean familiar, I meant on the same screen where you get the other ones from. So on your SMTP server, you'll set that up and select the port that is listed here. You have to make sure that it says outgoing server. Here they're the same, but they might be different. And for username, use the username that is listed here as well. And now enter your password one more time. Add account. It says we successfully located your other server and verify your credentials. And there's just one more step so you can send email. And that is you have to verify that you actually make that you actually made, that you're actually allowing this, or our client to send emails, we might have to wait a bit in order for this mail to come through. And here it is. And you'll click the link, which will allow you to confirm that you made this configuration change. All right, so now that we have made these changes, let's test this by sending an email to the other email that we have. However, you'll have to refresh the screen in order to see the option to send as another person. So here on your from, you'll see that I have the ability to send as the other person, and then we'll be sending it to the other test account. And then let's go ahead and send our usual hello world message. Click send. Now we go back to their email. If no problems have occurred, you'll be getting that email. And there it is. Sometimes you might be getting your email in your spam folder, and you'll have to go to your spam folder and mark it as not spam in order for them to skip the spam folder and go straight to your inbox. That's very usual, especially with new domains that haven't had that much popularity or authority yet. That will happen. Okay, so now if I send an email from here, from this account, to the one that I have hosted on the web host server, click send. So now we're going to be receiving it here on this account as well. By the way, if you go back to settings and you go to accounts and import, you will see that you have the emails added here and here. And you can also see that it's like it pulls emails from the server. It doesn't receive them right away. And here it is. You can see it was sent to the email that we have, and that we have here our sender. All right, guys. If you guys have any comments, issues, or concerns or feedback, just leave it in the comment section. Otherwise, I hope that saves you some money and that you learn something new. Thank you.